There is something new every day. The future feels so unpredictable. Where could we be in 15 years? Our playgrounds may change. Learning may not need classrooms. Robots might help us meet time for more important things. Will virtual life be our new social life? Coming? Don't worry about what the future will look like. Just prepare for it. Fearless plans from Aegis Federal Life Insurance help you and your family prepare for the future.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Backstage with Boria. This is a World Cup special. Someone who's been there, done that, 2003, that campaign, incredible campaign for India, has observed Indian cricket from close quarters, every possible responsibility, including that of the board president, Sourav Ganguly. Back on home soil, World Cup again, 2011, we had last won it on home soil. How are you looking at it?
Oh, India will always have a chance. India, they're a very good side, and once they get the combination right, and with the fitness of the players, especially the fast bowlers in place, they will always be one of the favourites. It will depend how they play during the tournament. That's always the case with every side, and that doesn't change for India.
You have captained India at World Cups, Saurabh. I mean, and obviously the match that everybody will want to look at is India-Pakistan. Can you just tell me, when you played, what was the intensity going into an India-Pakistan? Just help us understand an India-Pakistan match.
It's always a huge game, and I'm sure this World Cup also you've understood and realized how big it is. It's the mindset of the players which is important, and I managed to create a mindset of it being as important as India, Australia, India, England, India, South Africa, and I had to play well. It was still that white or the red ball coming out of the bowler's hand, and I had to score runs. I think that's the challenge everybody needs to understand and needs to find a way. It's not easy, but then that's what international sport is about. It's how you look at big games, how you deal with big games. I'm sure a lot of these players who have played India-Pakistan, they've played India-Pakistan in the Asia Cup also. So they're used to this atmosphere, used to this hype, used to the enormous amount of interest, and used to this public expectation out of this game. So it hasn't changed, it will not change in the future. You just have to find a way to deal.
So when, as a captain, and people say this, that it's just another game, we will take it. Is it the truth, or is it a way to just deflect pressure?
No, it's not. It's you have to work that way, and some manage, some don't manage, and that's the way it is. I have played a lot India-Pakistan during my tenure, captained a lot of them. We had great success against Pakistan during that period because we had some fantastic players. Pakistan is a good side. The way they play, there's so much talent. It's amazing how much talent they keep producing all the time. And it will be a much more competitive game than what it was maybe before the loss to India in Dubai, before the win against India in Dubai last year. Last year. Before that, I thought India dominated, and then they did actually. The numbers show it. But Pakistan played well in Dubai last year. But playing India in India, playing India in Ahmedabad, playing India in front of 110,000 people will be a different kettle of fish.
Shoaib Akhtar was on this show, and he was telling me that, my advice to Shaheen Afridi will be enjoy that moment and just run in. we will be underdogs. Is it? I mean, they were sort of claiming the underdog status and putting it on India. That आप लोग तो favorite हो. Problem आपका है, हम लोगों का नहीं है.
Yeah, India is favourite. There's no doubt about it, especially with the record which they have over the last 10, 11 years. But as I said, it's a new game. You may have won the previous games, but that doesn't guarantee you win in this game. And just have to go out and play. And as I said, India is a strong team. They bat deep. They got good fast bowlers, fantastic spinners. It's the execution.
We start against Australia. There's been a lot of talk about the start that you have to start well. In 2003, we didn't start well, but then we made, incredible that eight match winning streak. How do you look at the start against Australia? Playing a very difficult team at the start. Could dent our confidence if things don't go our way? How is it?
They're a very good side, but not the Australia of 2003. They're a good side, there's no doubt about it. India is a good side as well. And Australia, that phenomenon is not there. India have performed well against Australia of late in big tournaments as well. And as I said, they're equally strong. They have strengths in every department. It's how they turn up.
Rohit, Sharma, Rahul Dravid, I mean, a lot of expectation. They've done reasonably well, made the WTC finals, but we haven't won finals. And I've asked this question to you before. I'm asking again. NatWest, you won that. I mean, after a period, we won finals. We started winning matches, and that's important as a cricket team. What is the issue?
You will not win every final. They are the two best at the moment, Dravid and Rohit. There's no question about it. And I just wish them all the best. Once they get there, just play and find a way to win it. You cannot think about finals at the start of the tournament. You have to first get there, because this is a great format. 9 games, everyone plays everyone. You know who plays where. Good for the people who come to watch, because they can plan and decide which games to go, buy the tickets, and you know what number of people would come for the games. And as I said, they have to play every game. They have to win majority of the games out of 9, then qualify for the semis, beat, and when they get to the finals, then they should think about what's going to happen to the finals. It's like batting. You don't look at 100. You look at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and when you get to 90, you look at 100. And it's the same thing. You got to play every game, win, get to the next game, win, get to the next game. And then when you get to the finals, play as good as you can to try and win it.
So when I see India's record, 2019, great pool stage, semi-final that one game, maybe that 45 minutes, WTC 2 consecutive finals. And then again, I mean, you have to make the final. Obviously, you've played well to be in the final, right? Having said that one knockout game, we've sort of failed so far, at least in the last 10 years. Is it about pressure? Is it about that we are hyping things too much?
Yeah, it is pressure. It is pressure, but then that's what it is at the international level. It doesn't matter. I saw the Football World Cup last year. There was pressure on Argentina. There was pressure on Messi. He just stood up and delivered. And the way France played in that game in Qatar was unreal. Mbappe, unreal. So there's pressure on everyone. And there's pressure, and there will be pressure. There's pressure on this team, there'll be pressure next year World Cup. There's pressure on Australia, pressure on England, Pakistan. Everyone has pressure. India has it too. So that's part and parcel of sport. And they know it. They know how to deal with it. It's just about execution.
So again, I mean, because it's a home World Cup, I'm asking you this. Is it going to be more pressure, or is home advantage far more relevant in this case?
The positive thing is last 4 World Cups has been won by teams at home.
That doesn't guarantee India's win, but obviously that takes away the myth that you can't win at home.
Having seen Virat Kohli from close quarters as a batter, I mean, now as a batter I'm asking this, have you seen, at least this year, good IPL, reasonable hunger, after a lean period, 4 years, not getting that, the kind of success he's used to? Are you seeing him back at his best?
Yeah, he's playing very well. He's playing very well. There's no question about it. He will be India's strength D player along with Rohit Sharma. I think Rohit Sharma is equally important. His form will be equally important. Last World Cup 500s.
Yeah.
Unbelievable performance in the last World Cup. And he probably his first and last World Cup as captain. So he's not getting younger. I'm saying 50 or more.
Yeah.
He might still do it in the T20, but 50 overs because that's another 4 years. So that's a long time, and I don't think Rohit Sharma will be playing another 4 years after that. So he's as important in this format, and everybody will be important. Everyone will be important, and I hope they all stand up and perform.
Are you worried about our death bowling? Because we've conceded far too many runs. Yes, Jasprit Bumrah making a comeback, but after a comeback, you're always jittery because you sort of take a little bit of time. We're all expecting that it will be a magic bullet. Jasprit Bumrah is the same Bumrah, but there will always be that question mark.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried because he's done that before. He's had a bit of a break. He'll be mentally fresh. It's important that he had a bit of bowling under his feet because that makes the body confident of not breaking up. And he's an outstanding bowler. Mohammad Shami will be fantastic for India. Pace, experience, and then
Even Siraj?
Siraj is a must. Siraj is a must for India. Then there's Hardik Pandya. I'm sure
That was my question. How important is Hardik Pandya?
I'm sure they'll be looking at someone bowling left arm to get the variation. Hardik Pandya is very important. I keep saying that he must play Test cricket also, especially away from home. His bowling is not needed in India, but it will be needed when he goes away. When India go away, so the captain, coach, selectors must find a way to get him to play Test cricket and bowl 10 overs a day. It just balances the team out. Hardik will be very important.
Spin, how important will spin be on home soil? We've got a lot of variety.
Always in subcontinental conditions, spin will have a huge role. As the tournament will progress, it's going to get more and more important because there'll be repetitive games on the pitches and they'll start turning. So towards the back end, it'll be very important.
My observation is Kuldeep Yadav is also a bit of a confidence bowler. I mean, you've seen Kuldeep Yadav. So thoughts on him, because he's sort of in and out a little bit of the team, but more recently getting a good run, playing well, bowling well. Your thoughts on Kuldeep Yadav and how important he can be? The reason I asked you the spin question is, there is always this saying that a good leg spinner or a good wrist spinner makes a huge difference, and that's why I was sort of trying to understand.
Yeah, absolutely, and India has one of them in the squad, and hopefully he will play, and hopefully he will do a good job.
Okay, at the top of the order, the way it's sort of it's setting up, it's a massive opportunity for someone like Shubman Gill, who's been built up for a period. We've said Shubman Gill, we've seen what he can do on home soil, had a golden run. Having said that, a number of experts I've spoken to say that he has a weakness early on. Now, every batsman has a weakness, but so your thoughts on Shubman Gill?
He'll be a huge asset to the team. He's at a great 1 year in one-day cricket, T20 cricket, getting double hundreds. In one-day cricket, hundreds in T20 cricket. Once he gets in, these sort of players win cricket matches. Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant. Unfortunately, he's not there in this World Cup. So these players change cricket matches. Hardik Pandya, they get in, they play, they win you matches because they play at such a fast rate. They just win you. Surya Kumar Yadav. Ishan Kishan, KL Rahul, because these guys just play at such a quick rate, they just win cricket matches for you. So that's why I say India will be a strong side. They just need to play without fear.
I need to just ask you two questions on the India-Pakistan. Shaheen Afridi in Dubai, we saw what happened. You were there, and left arm pace at 150 coming at you at the start. Getting Virat Kohli exposed early on would be an issue. The Pakistanis want that to happen. How good is Shaheen Afridi, and do you need to prepare separately for that Shaheen and Naseem Shah attack?
Yeah, very good. But Indians have played fast bowling. They've scored runs against the best. Australia, you'll get Cummins and Hazelwood and Stark. They are quick as well. You go to England, you'll get pace. Pakistan, Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah will bowl quick. New Zealand will have a couple of them coming at you. So that's part and parcel of international cricket. You cannot. England has Mark Wood bowling at 150, so he'll be there. So I don't think that's a problem. That's a problem, or that's a worry at this level, at the international level. You just need to find a way to play them, and you will get swing, pace, bounce with the new ball, and these guys are good enough to do it.
1st March 2003, you were captain against Pakistan in one of the most high-pressure matches ever in the history of cricket.
because that bowling attack.
That bowling area, that was coming to that. So Wasim Akram, Shoaib Akhtar, Waqar Yunus and the whole lot. Razak, who was as good, and you had spin.
Azhar Mahmood.
You had spin. Tell me, what did you do as captain? Because that match, against the background of a war which was going on in the two countries, we had Kargil, and that match in South Africa was some television rating of 35 or whatever. It's one of the highest ever. Sachin Tendulkar tells me it's one of his greatest ever matches. You were captain. What did you do? Can you just, I want to understand this mindset. That's why I'm probing you.
Just played. We had become a very good team by then. Great players on that side. We had a fixed team for over a 1 year period, and that's why I keep saying that don't chop and change. Have a team for a 1 year period and let them go through wins and losses and become better. You don't chop and change if you have to become a good team. You will see Australia at the best, 2003, 2007, 1999 World Cup, 95% of the players were same. And during that period in 2003, for 1 year, we won everything. We went to the West Indies, we won. We went to England, we won. We went to Sri Lanka for the Champions Trophy, we just beat everyone. New Zealand was a bit of a dip, but that was only one off getting caught on those pitches. West Indies we won, and we went to Australia with the team. Went to South Africa, a team full of confidence, full of great players. Sehwag, Sachin, Rahul, Yuvraj had developed over a period of time to become a match winner. The bowlers have started to do well. Srinath came out of retirement. So team building is the most important part of coaching.
So as leader 24 hours, what kind of talk happens? I mean, do you speak much? Do you not speak much as leader?
You speak, you talk, but don't make it. It doesn't go beyond the point. And hopefully, when India play the Asia Cup, they have the squad for the World Cup. That squad must play the World Cup. That is what selection is about. That is what identifying players is all about. That you pick your 14 and say these are going to play unless and until injuries happen.
Eden Gardens, I mean, the wicket that we have seen in the last few years is a wicket where fast bowlers have got assistance, and it's it's a very sporting wicket at the Eden Gardens. It's one of the best tracks. South Africa, that match, are you worried?
No.
Nokia Rabada?
It'll be a high scoring game. 350.
350.
Yeah, 325 to 350 because the ball doesn't stop here.
And the outfield is.
That's what I'm saying. At Eden Gardens, you beat the fielder, it's 4. You see then the runs which happen in IPL matches. Because of the bounce and the pace and the fast outfield, anything between 325 is chasable, gateable and scoreable.
How important are the fans, Sourav? Because when you walked in, for example, I was in the gallery, we used to cheer for you and Sachin and the whole lot. How important are home fans in a tournament like this? 100,000 going for India, 70,000 going for India.
It will be packed everywhere.
So how?
India, Pakistan, people will watch from the ceilings. So it will be fantastic work. The BCCI, ICC together.
And how important is this crowd support for the players when you walk in?
Very important, and they're used to it. And every time India plays in India, bilateral, T20, IPL, not one seat is empty. This game is made by the fans and the crowd in this country, and they'll be packed. Tickets will be through the roof, and still every seat will be taken.
Last 2 questions. For your first 4, I know it's difficult at the start of a tournament, but India?
Of course, if we play well, whoever plays well. Australia is strong, India is strong, Pakistan is good. I don't know how they will handle going around India, playing the World Cup. England, very very strong. They play a different brand of cricket, and you never rule New Zealand out. So these are the 5. Anybody can be the 4 semi-finalists.
Most importantly, what will this, and that's the last question, the 50 over game, you are part of the ICC, also in the cricket committee, the MCC as well, you've headed the board. How important is this tournament for the future of the 50 over game, and does this format still have a future?
Very, and once the tournament is complete, the fans will make this tournament viable.
The format viable?
Yes, to the world again. Indian fans, India will make it viable to the world. But I believe that the 50 overs cricket, and I've recommended it as a chairman, should be once in every 4 years.
Should once be every 4 years?
Once every 4 years. Reduce the bilaterals, play Test cricket, play T20 cricket, and we'll see what happens.
I'll let you go there. I thought it was an instructive 20 minutes with one of the best brains that the cricket world has seen. I leave our viewers to decide. And of course, the words that Sourav Ganguly has said. Enjoy them, and of course, enjoy the World Cup. Thank you very much for watching.